Yeah.
This early?
Yeah, Dad. Stop digging.
You think we're doing the right thing?
David, I love you. You love me. We're trying to figure this out.
By the time
I'm losing her, Dad.
I came to
Love is a feeling, and feelings, they move in, they move out.
darling,
Night.
it already
Mom's cheating on you.
Would you hit me?
What's his name?
Derek.
Rick Hong here for Hollywood First Look. Today, I'm with writer-director Robert Machoian and star producer Clayne Crawford, and we are talking their movie, The Killing of Two Lovers. You really brought the performance, and I really felt you as like the father and husband of this family. So I wanted to know, like, what was it about this script that you not only wanted to star in it, but produce?
What excited me from a producing standpoint was that it was financially feasible, right? There was nothing that seemed that was going to be so overwhelming that we couldn't overcome it with our limitations as it related to the budget or time constraints. So that was exciting. I think a lot of the films that had been brought to me in the past were they were ambitious, to say the least, knowing that we were going to have such limited resources. So with this, it just made sense. And then from an acting standpoint, man, anytime you get to force an audience to have an opinion of you and then have an opportunity to change that, I mean, you know, I'll eat that up all day long.
How did you kind of come up with this idea, like to wanting to write and direct this?
I kind of dived into this research of like what's occurring, which is this period they call the drift, where you begin to talk about your children more than you talk about each other, and your lives start, different life goals start to appear. I wanted to explore it. I want, in a way, to look at this mid period of life, which I think it is explored in cinema, but maybe I can add something new to it.
What do you call a pile of kittens?
What?
A meowton.
Come on, Dad.
So in this, something I thought was like intriguing. I know you're a dad in real life, but there's always that saying, hey, don't work with animal and don't work with kids. But you had such an amazing like chemistry with those kids. I wasn't even sure if some of that was just improv or if it really was rehearsed and then shot and like they were going off the script.
They're Robert Machoian, the director, they're his children, right? So I've known these kids since they were wrapped in little blankets. So I was excited to work with them. And I think when people say that you don't work with kids and animals, man, that's so lazy, isn't it? Children and animals are the greatest thing this planet has to offer. It's untainted, right? Animals are so innocent and beautiful and just living their lives. And I feel children in the same way. So for me, it's all I want to work with. It was a great treat. And also working with kids. So to answer your question, no, none of it was improv.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah, those boys worked their butts off, and the boys were working with Jonah because Jonah's the youngest. He couldn't read at the time, so they were constantly working with him on the side so that he knew what his lines were. And then they were excited to come up to me, and I mean, we all hung out together all day, every day. So we were a family, and I lived in my wardrobe. So when we weren't shooting, we were rehearsing.
Every night, Jonah would climb into Seppi's arms and fall asleep. And so for her to begin to believe early on that she was their mother was not hard because they started to rely on her that way. I mean, I remember the first day she flew in, I asked the boys the next day, I was like, hey, how's it going? And Jonah's like, she put us to bed.
Oh, wow.
But they bought in, and the result was like this very organic family unit, which is what I had hoped for, because I mean, being in a family, the odds are against you, but the reality is it's some of the greatest kind of joy and experience that you can have in your life is good, healthy families.
The movie is The Killing of Two Lovers. You can find it in theaters and on demand now. Until next time, I'm Rick Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look.
You need to fight. You need to fight for us. David, can you look at me?
This is my family. They're worth it.